Hi everyone, and today I want to tell you about Writers Guild of America strike. At 12 a.m. on May 2nd, 2023, the seventh in history writer strike began. People came to the streets next to the buildings of Netflix, Disney, HBO, Sony, Amazon, Warner Brothers. I can continue to count this number of studios, but it will take a lot of time. They are all on the strike over the cuts much of writers' average incomes because of the streaming services and the use of GPT chat. Today it's 19th of May, so it's the 17th day of strike, and already 20 projects was stopped. How many more days, weeks, months the strike will last, no one can predict. But we can ask a person who in this industry and participate now on this strike how it's going on now.
How are you? How?
I'm good. I'm good. Just another day of picketing, another day of strike. So it's been a crazy couple weeks. So
What do you think? Why it's happened now? Like why it doesn't happen half a year ago or
sure. We have what's called an NBA, right? It's a basic agreement that we sign with the studios network. So our the Writers Guild of America, West and East, go into contract with the people that are in charge of negotiating with the studios and networks, right? The AMPTP. And that, like any contract, it's for a 3 year or 6 year or 5 year or 7 year span. And then after the contract is up, you renegotiate. And so every 3, 6, 5, 8 years, whenever our different contracts go up, we renegotiate. And so this time around, we wanted to renegotiate because it's been 14 years since our last strike, and we wanted to
Hmm.
make sure that we were getting paid fairly all of the money that comes in through streaming.
days? And what do you think? How long it can happen this time?
Oh goodness, that's a good question. It'll take as long as it needs to take. But yeah, I want to get back to work. I want to, continue to make money. I want to take care of my family. I want to, make this an awesome show. But we have to make sure that it's fair for everyone.
The last question is how it's going in real life. How much people is there?
There have been some days where there have been over 1,000 people picketing, and there have been some times where there's only been 70 to 100. But the thing about picketing is, as long as there's one, people won't cross the line. If we are at a gate picketing with one picket, a big truck coming through that's being driven by an IATSE driver or a Teamster driver can't go in because one person is there with a picket.
Hmm.
That's called crossing the line. And so they will not. So we have one person there at 6 in the morning and a truck with all the supplies for this episode of television for this whatever show, it has to turn around and go back. And so that's how we're able to stop production. That's how we're picketing. We're not picketing just for fun, obviously for show, but we're picketing all the gates at all the studios, and nobody can cross in with anything in order to make shows.
Sorry guys to interrupt you, but interview turned out to be very long and unfortunately I need to cut a lot, so if you want to watch it in full, follow the link below this video. That's all, I'm not bothering you anymore. Enjoy your watching. Thank you again, Carlos Foglia, who opened a little bit more information for us on this situation. And as I said, it's the seventh strike in history, so there were 6 more strikes. The first one came in 1960s, then it was 1973, 1981, 1985, then happened the longest work stoppage, which lasted exactly 5 months in 1988. Then it was the last one in 2007. All of the strikes were organized by Writers Guild of America, or FGA, which include FGA East, headquartered in New York City, and FGA West, headquartered in Los Angeles. In general, there are 11,500 writers. They all representing writers in film, television, radio, and online media. So, as we understand, the strikes has an enormous effect on television. For example, on the last one, which was on 2007 and lasted 100 days, 114 projects was affected. Some of them was filmed without writers, some of them was with shorter seasons or episodes, and some of them even cancelled. So that was all for today. Let's together hope that this strike will end as soon as possible and we will together watch our favorite films and shows. Thank you for watching and see you next time.